Michael Hall, thank you so much for joining us again. We've had such a great conversation with you. We didn't want to miss out on the information that you have to share with us.
Absolutely. I'm glad I was able to make the time to do this again, but let's keep it going.
We have another clip I'd love for you to take a look at.
Inclusion means you're going to suffer along the way too, because it's not going to be an easy path. And if everybody kind of tiptoes around it, it's a very comfortable situation. But when it gets uncomfortable is when I tell you, we haven't said nothing about Hispanic size. So where's the West End size? Where's the thing where you focus on nothing but all the islanders that are here in South Florida? Hispanic size has been going great for 3 years. They got all kind of corporate sponsors. How many corporate sponsors are down here supporting minority efforts directly towards black folk? That's when it gets uncomfortable, because nobody wants to hear that true answer. Because the answer is they're not doing it.
Expound on that for me.
I believe when they did the census stats, or when they released the stats, right about now things are pretty much split into a third. So you have a third black, third Hispanic, third white that's here in South Florida. There is Hispanic size, great event. You're pretty much almost required to speak Spanish once you get into Dade County. Then you have people of color. Let's just make it simple. Every island that you can think of, someone like me from Alabama, you have the same amount of black people, but you have probably one-tenth the amount of support when it's just reaching out to nothing but black people. A lot of the things you see for black people are more so to teach and to educate, which I have no problem with. That education is a definitely large component of everything that's needed. But where are the venture capitalists just for us? Where are the investments just for us? Is it going to expand beyond, hey, let's help them out. Let's teach some kids how to code. When is that money going to come? They actually have some good ideas. Let's invest into their business. And when is it going to be a Browns in Technology event? When is it going to be an event that is dedicated to the other one-third of your community? You know, they're pushing us out of Overtown. They're pushing us out of Liberty City now. People are seeing the value in the land and they want to buy it up. And you say that you're doing all these things with your CRAs and with your diversity and with your inclusion, but I still haven't really seen where they're actually investing into our people and our ideas. Now, granted, that doesn't mean we need to think beyond barbershops, salons, soul food restaurants, rim shops, and things like that. Absolutely. The ideas need to expand. But I do believe some people don't want to have that conversation. Politically, people get uncomfortable about it. But that's why diversity is the way it is. Because nobody's sitting there saying, well, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do to change this? What are you actually doing in our community? You know, how many of these minority-based companies came to you and presented and you said no to? You see it happen. Now, granted, that will require us to have a larger input in the political process. We will have to make sure that we have leaders in place that actually speak out for us. But there's some people down there that recognize it. It doesn't mean nothing if we talk about it in a closed room. And I think some people are scared to change it. And me, somebody has to be willing to say, then to do, and then to follow up and give back. I've said it already. Now I'm trying to do it. And my goal is to make sure that I give back.
What are your hopes for this emerging technology ecosystem in South Florida? How do we make sure that we don't have the poor numbers as Silicon Valley did? And how do we truly create an ecosystem that is vibrant, that is healthy, that produces wealth for all communities and people from all cultures and communities?
Talk shows like this are the start. Glamorizing the lifestyle. You have to give them that exposure. And I honestly think it's going to come from glamorizing the industry. You have a higher chance to have a successful startup than you ever will at becoming an NBA player.
In wrapping up then, I hear you saying that we need to remember in this emerging market the role and how vital diversity is, inclusion is. I hear you saying for any person looking to start a company and to start up a technology company, know your demographics, know who's out there doing what you would like to do. Ensure that you're very clear about what you want to do. You've researched it well, and then do it.
Yes,
No matter the age,
do
no
it.
matter the stage, just do it.
You're never gonna become rich with a salary. You have to be willing to just take that chance. And we have so much intelligence.
Thank you.
Thank you very
This
much.
has been a great conversation. Thank you for joining us here at Tech Talk.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.